power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 infinite power.
Infinite power. Infinite power, infinite, infinite power, 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 power. Infinite power.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Frontier Doubles League. The end of Week 6 is upon us, and we've got an Origin League match to start us out tonight. The Coyotes going up against the Unicorns. These teams on very different ends of their conferences. Coyotes 3-2, Unicorns sitting at 1-4. Unicorns in the tougher conference in this Origin League, the Dragons, Seagulls, and Griffins all at 4-2 or 4-1 records. So they have been storming through the league, and Coyotes top of their conference, but it is still a very close race. Very close race. And I was telling the boys to join the lobby. I said join race. So this is already going to be a great night. Unicorns got their first win last week in a forfeit fashion. Well, not ideally how they wanted to get it. They are on the board, and game number 1 underway. Uper takes a long shot towards net. Hennigod pop up high to the back wall. Azrael, no touch found. Henny can't follow up his own touch, puts it in front of the net. Uper doing a good job to get it away. Unicorns coming out strong here in the first few seconds of the game. Uper taking Achilles off the field for moments. Azrael, good clear out. Uper misread that one. We'll have to circle back around for it. Not before Achilles takes his chance with the ball. Pop into the corner. No threat to be had so far. Uper in front of the net. Doesn't find contact. Azrael pushes it into his own corner. This ball stuck on the Coyotes' half for the first minute, and the Hennigod will finally turn it into a goal. Just enough pressure breaking down the Coyotes. The Origin League Flight Conference teams, I believe, are undefeated in taking on their Terra counterparts for the conference clash in between. The conferences play their own teams twice, and then each team in the other conference once, and that clear is not going to be good enough. Hennigod going to get a second for his team. Unicorns starting off strong, but game 1, typically the feeler. That touch just has to be better by Azrael if he wants to bring him back in game 1. Kickoff in favor of the Coyotes. Uper getting aggressive off kickoff, hits the crossbar, bounces away. Achilles looking to clear. Azrael doesn't buy it. Touch not going in his favor. Hennigod again trying to push the Unicorns down the field, will be denied by Uper. Azrael shot denied by Achilles. Unicorns' touches have been significantly better, and that sidewall shot from Achilles will give them a 3-goal lead just over a minute 30 in this game. Unicorns looking very dominant so far. We'll see if they can continue that throughout the rest of this series. Uper can't beat Hennigod on that one. It's going to be another opportunity for the Unicorns. Fakes the first touch. Azrael bought it, and the pinch goes dead center of the net. Unicorns are putting on a display right now. What a play by the Hennigod. This man is doing it all and then some. A hat trick to his name. 75% shooting. It's the start you would want in a series. And the Coyotes might be in trouble. Achilles shot back post. Pop up high. Azrael, no touch there. Coyotes look like they're in shambles on the defense, just whiffing the ball at times. Unicorns now getting tripped up in the midfield. Achilles, pop over one. Uper, last in net, can't find the save. Pushed up a little bit too far on the front post. And before we even reach halftime, the Unicorns up 5-0. And instead, the Coyotes, they were on top of the Terra Conference. And I don't want to throw any shade towards them, but if this is the best Terra Conference has to offer so far, Flight might be taking Origin League this season. It'll be tough. Double commit now. Achilles waiting patiently. Try to get another goal off of this one. Maybe a hat trick for himself. Uper. No boost, no touch. Azrael bites on that one. Achilles. Shot, net, open. It's good. Unicorns both with 3 goals to their name. And this does not look like a 1-4 team off of game 1. We are now in the do or die situation of making playoffs. A lot of teams here. 2 and 3, especially this Terra Conference. Coyotes, they don't want to have to fight the other team. the other Terra teams, that is, for this spot, because it is really up in the air for anyone to take. Azriel. Pop into the middle. Uper is just sitting back in net. Doesn't want to commit to anything, but they need goals right now. 2 minutes to go. Uper to the side, but Azriel sitting in net. They're not pushing up together on offense. Zero boost to work with. Achilles won't find anything there. Henny beats Uper out. Still has pressure. That one going back down the other way. Uper trying to get that redirect. Can't make contact. A fake on the wall. It's going to bait out Achilles, but no one can capitalize on the Coyotes. And Azriel having to race back and play defense. Looking to find some type of momentum in this first game. Bring him back in the series. That's over one. Hennigod can't find the double touch. Couldn't read the post right, and 2 defenders. You don't typically expect to miss. 1 minute remaining. Coyotes. 3 shots to their name compared to Unicorns 11. Definitely shows how these teams have been matching up. Hennigod tries to get a 7th for his team. Will be denied with Uper's demo. Clearing the midfield. Coyotes still on the hunt. Bump off the sidewall. Azriel 1v1 against Hennigod. He's got Achilles in support right behind him. Pass middle. Achilles up. Hits the crossbar. 20 to go. And this is a Unicorns Game 1 victory in dominating fashion. Still trying to look for another one. And the Coyotes need to get their act together if they want to prevent a sweep from coming out. Because that Unicorns team is looking threatening. Unicorns. 3 goals each. Coyotes, try as they may on the defense, just wasn't enough to keep them out. The pressure unrelenting from them. And you know, the records, they do not represent how that game 1 went. Unicorns. If I told you this team is 1-4, you would call me a liar, because that team just performed out of their mind in the first game. They destroyed the Coyotes. There is always the trend of game 1 not going in favor of the winning team, however. And we'll have to see if they can come back in this one. Maybe the first game nerves. Maybe they came in cold, who knows. But now, brand new 5 minutes on the clock. Everything that happened last game, irrelevant. All that matters is what can they change now to get them back in it. Azriel. No contact there in the midfield. Uper gonna turn, doesn't find his touch. Azriel safe into the Coyotes corner. Touch. Back into the Coyotes back wall. Achilles doesn't find that one. Looked for the shot. Hit it with the wrong side of his car. Will give the Coyotes a chance to break out. Pop straight up. Hennigod looks to keep it in the Coyotes half. No one's challenging. Hits the post. Goes out. Unicorns picking up where they left off in game 1. Hennigod. Pop high. Can just play with it in the Coyotes corner. No one's pushing them. That 50 will break him out momentarily. Uper gets beat to this one. Achilles. Pop middle. Hennigod didn't want to commit too hard off of Azriel's miss shot. Achilles wide again. If these shots are just on target, Unicorns could already be dominating game 2 like they did in game 1. Uper beat to that one. Achilles will just put it into the Coyotes half. Double commit now. Azriel's going to have to chase this one down. Hennigod's going to beat him to it. Off to the sidewall. Achilles up for the shot. Denied by Uper. Hennigod. Pop. Over 1. Azriel. Last man. Waits out Hennigod. Boost steal from Henny as well. Doing everything right now to make it awkward for the Coyotes to break out of their half. Uper gets beat again. Coyotes, 0 shots registered so far, and we're 2 minutes into this one. Haven't even seen the ball on the Unicorns' half, other than now. Achilles will just send it right back into the midfield. Azriel, space to work with, denied by Achilles. Henigod looks for the back post shot, will put it around. 0 boost to get back to it. Pop, back wall, Achilles just toying with the Coyotes on their own back line now. This one, again, into the corner. Unicorns just cannot seem to get a break. This one on target. Uper will bail out the Coyotes. Unicorns having to play defense from behind, something they haven't had to do yet in this series. No contact there. Almost gave Coyotes the opening that they needed. Missing on the goal line. Unicorns starting to show that they do bleed, but it doesn't matter. They just keep getting out of their half. Henigod takes a shot towards net. Double commit will get it out regardless. 0 goals in this one. Coyotes, they do look better, but I think that is credit to the Unicorns just not being able to find the net yet. Azriel sending it back to Henigod. Achilles trying to follow it up. Can't. Double commit. Henigod, great save as last man. Dangerous efforts, but the Coyotes, they just do not look like they're on the same page. That was a 2v1 opportunity, and they just let it go to the side. Pop from the corner. Azriel can't get it by Achilles again. To the back wall. Henigod's there, not before Uper gets it away. Achilles with 0 trying to get back to this one. Awkward ball, that one's on target. Henigod, luckily, had a heads up. Able to get it out. This one dangerous. Coyotes slowly buying that possession into the Unicorns' half. Azriel shot on target denied. 1 minute to go. We remain scoreless in game 2. Coyotes, this could be their opportunity to come back in the series. They're only down by 1, but could build a lot of momentum for this. Azriel, big miss. Henigod returns the favor. Open net now. Coyotes. Uper can't miss this one, right? He can, because Achilles gets back in great recovery effort. Now 30 seconds. Coyotes should have had this one. Achilles threatening the bums. Uper playing last man. Pop on target. Achilles trying to finish it here. He'll beat the last man. Can he get back to it? No, it's going to bounce too hard. Uper to the sidewall. Henigod is waiting patiently in the midfield. That one's high. Follow up his own touch. It just goes back down the other way. Achilles looks to drop it in the midfield. Can Uper keep it up? No, we have overtime here in game 2. Coyotes have looked good. Unicorns, the shooting accuracy, not the greatest. But now they have a golden goal opportunity here to take it to match point. The Coyotes, a much needed win here, as they could be tasked with a reverse sweep. Achilles into the corner. Azriel didn't read it right. Uper beats Henigod coming in for the shot. Gets caught up in the net. Uper on the breakaway will find the back post. Coyotes under pressure for most of that game. Get away with a win here in game 2. KJ now joined with me in the caster's booth. Will agree that Coyotes got away with murder in that one.
Yeah, you know, sometimes dinner takes a little bit longer than you expect. But you know what? We're here right now, and the Coyotes definitely looked a lot better in this one. Unicorns had full ball control, but the Coyotes were definitely there to be able to make the saves, make the stops that they needed to. But definitely a much better game played by the Coyotes. So here we are, 1-1. And this is definitely going to be an interesting finish to this series.
Yeah, I mean, with how good the Unicorns looked in game 1, you kind of expected it to go in their favor this time, as they had all the pressure up until the last 2 minutes, where the Coyotes slowly creeping back into the Unicorns' half, but just didn't have some threatening opportunities. Uper had an open net, but Achilles is so fast to get back to the one. What do, the Unicorns, if they just clean up the shooting accuracy, I think they come away with a win in this series.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. If they can clean up the shots, make the Coyotes use their boost, and keep up that good backboard pressure, I think the Coyotes will end up getting caught out of position just one too many times, not able to recover fully. But for the Coyotes, they need to keep pressure on this Unicorns team, because after the first game being 6-0, that's a little bit of a rough start, but the fact that the Coyotes bounced back from that really shows the grit that this team has.
Yeah, and it does show some merit to where they are in the Terra Conference standings. Winning this one will put them to 4-2, looking to be one of the sole members of that Terra Conference to punch their ticket into the playoff. We could be looking at 3 flight teams and only 1 Terra. That one off the crossbar. Good pressure coming out from the Coyotes early in this game. Hennigod sends it back down the other way. Azriel up for this one. Achilles also to meet him. No contact there. Hennigod passes it into the midfield. Uper diving in will get the first goal. Coyotes riding that momentum from game 2.
Yeah, very well done from Azriel here to get a touch on that ball. Just an unfortunate clear away from Hennigod, not able to get the touch into the corner, and Uper there to swoop in and give the Coyotes a 1-0 lead.
And maybe the Unicorns not coming away with a single goal in game 2 could start affecting them in this one, because now they're making uncharacteristic mess-ups that we didn't see in game 1. Azriel with a great flick to give him a 2-goal lead now.
You said uncharacteristic things happening. Hennigod was very consistent in that first game, missing that ball in the corner. Not something that we saw in the first game or the second game too much, really. And Azriel just makes him pay with those ones plays.
Coyotes now starting to look like Unicorns in game 1. Azriel 1v1 against Hennigod. Tries to play it slow, doesn't buy it. Hennigod will get a great 50 out. Achilles to take it up the wall. Uper, back pass to Azriel. Tries to send it back, but Uper 0 boost to work with. Went for the corner. Coyotes starting to play as a team. We'd love to see that change as they go further on into the season. This one passed into the midfield. Hennigod didn't see it coming, or maybe the Unicorns just a little bit shaken up. Like I said, that shooting accuracy might have gotten to them, causing doubt in their mind. But I think that if they could just reset their mentality going into it, they'll be fine. Bumps coming out. Uper tries to get the breakaway. Achilles demos Azriel, who I'd say has been the main threat with breaking the Coyotes out of their half thus far. Achilles, flick, hits the post. Hennigod coming in for the shot, finds it. Unicorns, after 7 minutes of gameplay, will find their first goal.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Both Coyotes on the same side of the field. That's never a good thing to happen. But Henny able to come in and clean up Achilles' backboard pass. Just a great play from the Unicorns, cutting the lead in half.
Coyotes looking good. I think if they clean up that rotation, they could still hold that edge on the Unicorns for the rest of the series. That touch, however, not gonna be good. Achilles open net will tie the game.
It looked like Uper just kind of overdrove that one to get the touch off of the side wall. Not able to get a good touch, and Achilles is going to be there to punish you for that. Azriel all the way down in the Unicorns half. And the Unicorns starting to finally show some life, especially after that. And you and I both know those 1-0 losses in overtime can be debilitating for anybody.
Absolutely. There is nothing closer than a 1-goal game, and to lose when you have that kind of momentum from that first game, it could really affect the team. But now the Unicorns starting to find their strides. Even a preset change from Achilles. Shot saved by Hennigod. Azriel looks to take one for himself. Double fake from both sides. Hennigod getting bullied by Azriel on the ball. Uper comes in for a shot. It's low into the ground. Achilles just has to drive into that one. Follow up to the back wall. It's a great setup for Hennigod. Is he there? He is, but just sends it wide. Under 2 minutes left in the game. And the teams showing the same amount of gameplay as each other. They're making some mistakes and they're showing some really good chances on offense. It's just a matter of who makes less at this point.
It's one of those things of moments of genius and moments of non-clarity, and the Unicorns are definitely going to show it here as Achilles is going to put in a third one for the Unicorns. This Unicorns team really has spiced it up within the last 2 minutes.
Last 2 minutes and last half of their season as well. That forfeit win the week before, I don't know what it did to them and what happened, but they look like a completely different team. And maybe it's not up to them. Maybe the Flight just looks that good this season to where, you know, Unicorns just got the rough end of the stick. And now the Coyotes are feeling the wrath of it. That one popped up high. Uper beat by Hennigod. It's on target. Now the Unicorns running away with it.
Yeah, that is a tough one to save. Especially if there's not much in the way of experience. I don't know if Uper actually had the boost to go up for that. But even still, you know, you got to commend the effort. Trying to do something. This Coyotes team has been trying for the last 2.5 minutes, just not able to get anything going their way.
Oh, man, and a kickoff goal is not going to do them any justice on that one. The Unicorns, a different kind of monster right now.
I will definitely agree with that because they have scored 5 unanswered goals in such a short amount of time. This Unicorns team is looking absolutely amazing right now.
Azriel trying to get one back off the kickoff, doesn't find it. The crossbar denies him. Uper up high to the back wall. Azriel follow up is denied by the post. The woodwork coming in to be the ultimate savior for the Unicorns. 40 to go, and the Coyotes had the lead, and they're gonna want it back. Great dunk. Uper, he's there. Achilles, great save. Trying to turn it into a goal, denied by Azriel. 30 seconds remaining, and the Unicorns looking like they did in Game 1.
Oh, I'm absolutely just speechless right now. I mean, this Unicorns team it was like they flicked the wrist and just turned it on. That's 6 unanswered for them. And with only 24 seconds left, if you're the Coyotes, you gotta probably start thinking about Game 4.
And you know, it must have been the Unicorns tuning into the stream because they found that confidence back where they were letting the Coyotes go for the ball. The Unicorns being able to take the fight to the Coyotes seems to be working out in their favor, as now they have 7 goals and unanswered from the Coyotes. The Unicorns gonna take us to match point, and I'm not sure if the Coyotes can do it.
Well, you can't count the Coyotes out because especially after losing 6-0 in that first game, to come back and be able to win a nail-biter 1-0, it's going to be interesting to see what Game 4 holds for both of these teams.
Man, 5 goals from Achilles.
Holy smokes.
He is feeling it. He is 100% goal participation in this one. 2 assists and 5 goals. He shot 75 or close to 75% in that first game. And now he's shooting, caster math, that's over 50%. Let's just call it 55%, sure. But he is looking so good for this Unicorn squad. Hennigod, 2s across the board. Coyotes, I think they just need to find touches on the ball because they don't look bad. They look outpaced and sloppy on their touches.
Yeah, a lot of the touches that we've seen this Coyotes team take have been rushed. They're not taking their time. They need to slow it down a little bit, play their game, make the Unicorns challenge them. If that happens, maybe you can get a ball round one. Then you're facing either a 1v1 or a 2v1. If they can find themselves in those positions, they're able to bring this series back. If not, the Unicorns are just gonna, well, for lack of a better word, fly right over them.
I know if you're the other Terra teams, though, you are rooting for the Unicorns to win this one because that race gets blown wide open. I believe the Monkeys are at the lowest, sitting at 2 and 4, but everyone else moves to 3 and 3. And the Monkeys taking a loss this week will be happy to see that one, as they are still in it then. There's one more week of the cross-conference matches, and all of these teams are looking to get some kind of edge. But Game 4, Unicorns on match point, want to end it here, and hopefully can get their way back into the playoffs. Achilles to start it off. Azriel in a 1v2 situation. He opts for the quick shot, and good save by Azriel. Henigod into the middle. Where's Achilles? He backs off, respecting Azriel's touch. Plays it to the side. Uber, lone defender, gets moved on by Achilles. The Unicorns are not stopping. 8 unanswered goals now.
Moved on. That's one I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna have to use that at some point. Schmooved on. I love it. But yeah, Uber just gets casually beat there, and you hate to see it if you're a Coyotes fan. But sometimes these things happen.
I mean, I said it last game. Achilles looking like the Unicorn saving grace. That one up high. Uper shot, post and out. They just cannot find the net. And the Unicorns send it right back into their half. Achilles doesn't find contact on that one. Henigod pushing up aggressive as the last man. Bounce up high, not favorable for the Coyotes. Double commit though from the Unicorns. Azriel turns on this one early. Back wall, waterfall down. Both Coyotes players, nope, that's Achilles with a black and red car. That got me. You know what? Maybe that was the strategy, changing the preset. I can see why the Unicorns ran away with it in Game 3. It makes sense now. God, he got me good,
Our
man.
presets are killer, aren't they?
Oh, they are. I can't believe I fell for it. They got me. Achilles is gonna get a second for himself. Oh man, Unicorns just extending that goal streak.
Yeah, Coyotes looking a little bit rough right now, but you know what? There's still 3:33 left on the clock. I mean, there's still plenty of time for this team to slow the pace down a little bit, because the Unicorns definitely are outpacing them. It's just finding those opportunities and getting the shooting on target. That's a big thing for this one here, especially for Azriel.
When I go back through the series and, I just think about the chances that the Coyotes have really had. I mean, they only have 3 goals in this series compared to the Unicorns. Let's see, 6 in Game 1, then 7, 14, 16-3 right now. Unicorns definitely, despite having that Game 2 where they just didn't find the net, they have still managed to put up 16 goals. So the Coyotes just need ways to generate more shot opportunities, because the Unicorns are not giving them anything. Yeah, Achilles is trying to bait Uper in with that one. Will do so effectively. Azriel trying to keep up pressure. Reaching the halfway mark. Coyotes still on the receiving end of Unicorns' pressure. Achilles doesn't find that one. It's a breakaway opportunity for the Coyotes, but no boost to work with. Henigod will safely play it into his corner.
Those are the moments that you really got to utilize that flip, and Uber had a great opportunity for an open net. And that's exactly what you said, making use of those opportunities. One of those was just squandered right there.
Unicorns looking to get their first official win in a series. Coyotes trying to stay at the top of Terra. Henigod coming in for the shot. Azriel had to push that one. Little boost to his name. Uber Breakaway opportunity, only has to find the net, but he sends it high. Azriel can't follow it up. That was the Coyotes' chance, and they just took it a little bit too panicked, too rushed.
Oh, man, it hurts. It hurts because that's 3 opportunities now missed from this Coyotes team. And it's just really unfortunate. They gotta score. They gotta show some life. Make the Unicorns do something that they're not prepared for.
Oh, man, it does hurt, but it also hurts to see that most of the time when the Coyotes are breaking out of their half, they don't have any boost to follow up their touch. Again, Azriel, 30, looking for the corner. Uper having to push that one. Both miss on this one. A minute to go in this game. That one's going on to the post. No contact from Uper. Achilles with more insurance. Look to end this in 4.
Yeah, and it's not looking good for the Coyotes. They don't look like the team that they looked like last week. I mean, this has literally been all Unicorns over the past, I would say probably what, almost 8 minutes worth of gameplay?
Yeah, that's about accurate. And now, the Unicorns' 10 unanswered goals. The Coyotes, they just cannot generate any pressure in this one. They can get all the saves they want, but saves don't win you games. Azriel trying to find something. 20 seconds to go. Unicorns, the clock is their friend in this one. Azriel, pop. It's right to Hennigod. Looks to move it down the sideline. Past 1, 10 seconds to go. The Coyotes, they needed one now, and it's not going to happen. Unicorns gonna play upset and move their record to 2-4. Coyotes outclassed in this one, as it hurts me to say.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's very unfortunate to see, but you know, huge congratulations go out to the Unicorns. They get their first official FDL Season 4 win, and it happens to be against one of the top team, actually the top team of the Terra Conference. So big ups to them. Hopefully, we'll be able to see more of them in these in the remainder of the second half of the season.
Yeah, and that Terra race has just been blown wide open. There are 3 teams tied at 3-3 records, I believe, and it is getting down to the wire. They have 4 matches left in the season. It's looking close over there, but does that Coyotes team come on top? Because I believe they beat all of their counterparts in Terra. Looking at their record right now.
The only team that they lost to was the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts. And they're having, let's see, who have they beaten?
Colts are 2-4, Huskies are 2-4, and if I remember correctly, you said Monkeys lost.
Monkeys are 2-4. So Coyotes 3-3. They still got the edge, but Terra Conference, we could be looking at only one representative going into the playoffs, and you know all the Origin flight teams they're rooting for each other. They want the title this season.
Yeah, and this is one of the things is that these guys are literally looking to see if they can fully break out, especially when it comes to these Terra Conference teams.
Absolutely. And speaking of Unicorns, 3-1 dominating victory. How are you feeling, boys?
Tired, not gonna lie. I've been feeling.
It looked good, man.
I'm feeling
It
good,
was a
but just
good one.
tired. Yeah.
I mean, how could you not be feeling good after putting up close to 18 to 20 goals in that series? You guys move your record now to 2-4, but I'll tell you what, in that game, you did not look like a 2-4 team.
Yeah,
That was probably the first time me and Achilles played, we ended up getting, we had a bad little series. We went up 2-0 and lost it all. This time, we were just able to put the pieces together and keep the pressure. I mean, that was the biggest thing, is keeping the pressure.
the biggest thing there was just we kind of just didn't lay off the ball. We're kind of, I guess you could say, just both playing, I guess, like gold ball chasing, I guess if you want to call it, just ball chasing over and over again. And it worked out because that's just how our play styles work together. So it's just like it evens out at the end.
Chris here would be really proud because we call that monkey style.
I know. That's
Either
what I was
way,
gonna say.
you guys definitely looked really good in that series. One of the biggest things that we noticed is that um, you guys were constantly putting pressure on the Coyotes team. But how does it feel to take down the top team in Terra Conference?
I mean, like Henny said, man, it feels good. I mean, just feels good to get first stream on the dub. You know, had to just chill out for a second because that second game kind of looked a little iffy. Completely changed up our play style from the first game. So during the second game, or after the second game, we were just like, let's just go back to the first game and playing just constant pressure, just chasing everything, just boost starving, just doing the whole offensive, no defensive type thing, like minimal defensive, and just getting back where we needed to.
If Achilles just lets if he just plays his game and lets me play off him, I don't think we can lose. I mean, it's just we play really well and we put the pressure on, and both of us are really working mechanic wise too, and it showed a lot. But I mean, those guys were good, and I just think they weren't ready for as much pressure as we had the whole time, and it showed on there.
Yeah, like Henny said, like he at first that second game I was kind of playing off of him. I usually don't like to play off myself because when I play like my play style, it's just ball chasing, and sometimes I get called out for it. But as soon as you told me like, yo, just play your game, as you can see, like the third game, like how the score went in the fourth game, it's a whole different game from how the second game played out.
Well, you guys looking good for the rest of the season. I've actually been informed that the Monkeys swept the Griffins in Origin League. So that race gets even closer now. You boys will have a good chance to come back. All the other teams in your conference are 4-2. Is there any team you're looking to get revenge on?
Definitely the Griffins. That's all I gotta say. I'm just keep it there, just the Griffins. Just keeping it there.
Never. Never, never. We don't. He's lying. He's lying. He's just trying to make the stream sound good. We don't look at nobody. We don't know who's on
Yeah,
either team. We just show up to the games and we play our game, and that's what we're gonna do the whole time.
That's the drama we need in this league. Let's go, boys. You guys looking hot for this week, trying to build that momentum to make a playoff run. Before we get going to the next match, is there anything you have to say?
Nothing.
We appreciate y'all streaming us, and we appreciate our opponents. Man, it was fun, and we had a lot of good time.
That is what you like to hear. Unicorns coming off a great win to start the rest of their season. We've got 2 more matches for tonight. We go to the Expert League with the Vipers and the Coyotes trying to get their win of the night for the franchise. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Go on, myself. I'm cold steel stainless. My glass half full. Always said don't suffer no fools. Serpents, daydream. I bite, you call me lovely. Got a sweet tooth. Gonna get the sugar from you. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon. Come cold blood, selfish. Your words are painless. I like when I drive and feel so dangerous. They say I'm a red flag, 'cause they want it so bad. You should know I'm holding on to what I had. When they say I'm a machine gun, I take it as a compliment. Honey, you should know I can be a weapon. I can be a weapon.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Frontier Doubles League. We are continuing with the Sunday matches, going to the Expert League. The Vipers going up against the Coyotes. Both these teams fighting from their own conference, but different divisions. The Vipers currently on top of Terra. Had a rank out from this weekend, so they will be looking for a third in attempts to try and hold their position at the top. Coyotes coming in with Comus and Yeti. All four of these players looking dangerous. Merc for hire. You may know him as the heroics for the Vipers last season in the Origin League. Stepped up big when they needed him for a super sub and Aspect. Been in the league a while, but we'll have to see who reigns supreme in this one. Vipers to start it off in the Coyotes half. Aspect. Pop up high. Yeti. Demoed Aspect, relieving pressure of the Vipers already. Sends it back the other way. Yeti, not a great touch, but Aspect couldn't find the net with that one. Bumps. Boost steals. Vipers. They're looking strong off the gate now. Coyotes. First breakout server reset has been called. Oh my god, those pings are atrocious. That is what we like to see. And we will be going to a quick break while we get this lobby fixed. So we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and hopefully with a better lobby this time. The ping does look good, can confirm. Let's hope it stays like that. Luckily, no goals were scored in that previous one. But Vipers and Coyotes gonna pick it up where they left off on the Vipers half. Merc gets a demo on Comus. Yeti last one back for the team. Respawn coming in on the same side. Merc pushes that one downfield. Bounce favorable in front of the Coyotes half. Comus doesn't even need to make a touch. No Viper player was willing to commit. Backflip goes high. Merc up. Comus, good 50 to kill it even. Yeti to collect. Aspect, pop shot towards net. Comus, light touch away, will be able to follow up his own, but not before Aspect gets back to this one. Yeti, booming clear back down. Aspect, good rotation, sets himself up, looks for the follow-up. Now he's past Comus. Pop high, Yeti. Clanger downfield. Some ping pong action. Getting game one started. Aspect, patient, allowing that to bounce off his own back wall, realizing that there was no player for it to get challenged from. Merc sends it to the sidewall, using everything to his ability. Yeti bumping Comus on the rotation back. Allows Aspect, push it into the middle. Yeti tries to touch it away. Merc patiently waiting, trying to play positionally instead of fast. Awkward rotation. Now Aspect will get dunked with that one and rotate to the front post. Comus getting bumped. Merc loses that 50. It's high up to the back wall. Yeti follow-up shot. Good. Merc, even better save to send it away. Coyotes looking up for pressure. Comus gets beat on the second one. Aspect diving in for this. Will pop it all the way to the other side. Comus has some time to work with, but that bounce isn't going in his way. Aspect loses the ball, but gets the demo. Merc now missing that one. Aspect into the corner. Yeti, one-on-one situation. Aspect, good first touch. Yeti was looking for Comus, but it was just a little bit too far back. Comus pushing up a little bit too fast. Merc, double touch, denied. Yeti safe to the side. The teams are doing a great job of moving the ball into safe spots. Merc, another demo to relieve pressure for the Vipers. Comus, touch to the back wall. Merc, uncontested, he's up. Yeti sends it around. Aspect following this one, he has a great setup. Comus will return it with an even better save. Yeti with control, looks for Comus in the midfield, up for it, only one touch, light into the back wall, uncontested, goes for a shot. Merc has to touch that one. Aspect, 1v1 situation, tries to dribble it past, is denied. Back pass to Merc. Yeti there to meet him. Comus not on target, will send it away. In Aspect, space to work with, he's by one. Can he get it by? Yeti flick high. Yeti denies. Merc, shot on net. Comus, backflip save into the corner. And now Aspect looking for the opening goal of this series. Yeti threatening the bumps. Aspect trying to keep up pressure. Comus back into the corner. 13 to work with. Merc will lose that 50. Aspect, last man back for the Vipers. Merc slow on his way back. Just now got the mid boost, doesn't find the touch. Yeti into the midfield. Comus waits patiently, tries to play out the touch, hits the post, and it goes out. Comus, he has faith, he has time, he has the first goal with a minute to go. Great play from both of these teams, but in the end, it was the Coyotes with the late goal lead. And now we may start to see the floodgates open. Vipers, great first kickoff. Merc, weak shot to the front post. He gets another touch on it. Aspect, not expecting it, has to race back to start them from their own half. Ball into the midfield. Comus, high touch, hits the ceiling, looks for the bump as well. Merc doesn't find contact. Comus open net to deal with, doesn't actually have the boost to get above it. Will get turned into Vipers pressure. Aspect, weak shot. Comus holds them in the midfield for now. 30 seconds. The time is on the Coyotes side for now. The Vipers both missing on that one. Counterattack opportunity. Yeti was last man and Comus didn't have the greatest recovery. Merc, pop into the midfield. Comus again to send it away. Get them out of pressure. Sends that one towards net. Yeti, fake challenges. He knows he only has to kill the time, but that's what the Vipers are trying to prevent. Comus comes in with a top corner shot with insurance to win game one. And both these teams look very evenly matched. It took 4 minutes for one goal to get scored and another minute. But these teams looking good in the first series, or in the first game, I should say. Coyotes stuck in the middle ground with the other stick Terra teams fighting for that spot. Hornets, the only one at 0-6, unlikely to make playoffs at this point. And Vipers, the only team at 4-1 from last week. It is getting down to the wire and is anyone's race for all 4 of these spots. Coyotes, bottom of their division, and Vipers, top of theirs. It will be interesting to see how these teams continue to play with this looming overhead. Coyotes needing to catch up. They're in a good spot win differential wise. And that first win will build momentum. The other 4 teams in the same division as the Vipers are rooting for the Coyotes, but a quick kickoff goal and counterattack from Aspect will give them the lead. A great clear from Merc. Caught Yeti off guard. And it's just an open net. Easily enough, the Vipers will get that one after not being able to score for those 5 minutes. It only takes them 11 to do so in game 2. Merc, high for this one, not before Comus. Aspect, using that wall to his advantage, takes a shot, double touch from the post. What a read from Aspect. He is looking much better than he did in game 1. And I thought he looked good, just no goals to his name. Vipers wanting to go 5-1, pushing into the end of week 6. Aspect looking for that sidewall again. Sends it to the back wall. Backflips off this one. Merc follow-up shot is good. The Vipers being shut out in game 1. They've already got 3 with just 30 seconds in this one. Can't even say running away with it because there's so much time left, but definitely coming out hotter than the Coyotes did. Kickoff. Again, in favor of the Vipers. Aspect shot is good. Yeti, not sure what happened there, if he just backflipped or just missed. But it's a backflip. An Aspect. 3 goals for himself and 100% so far in this game. Vipers turning it into a slugfest. Demo off the kickoff. Will let the Vipers get control yet again. Yeti up for the loose ball in the midfield. Merc just to send it back into the half, but Comus is there to meet it. 0 boost to his name. Now Aspect touches it into the corner where Comus was waiting for his touch. Good awareness by him. 50 will send it all the way into the Coyotes' half. Yeti beats Aspect to that one. It's now 1v1, but Merc challenging early. It's a weird touch that bounces with the sidewall. This one dangerous now. Bounce off the Vipers' back wall. Yeti misses the shot. Comus gets beat by Merc. Open net hits the post. Coyotes gonna get away with this one. But for how much longer, as Aspect sends it towards net. Yeti trying to clear the midfield, but cannot do so. The rotations from the Vipers looking so strong as of right now. Aspect past midfield is good. What a play by the Vipers. A minute 30 in this game, and they have 5 goals. What a play. Merc recognizing his team in the midfield and Aspect. The only place to shoot at where the Coyotes couldn't save it. Vipers already proving how good they looked in game 1. And now just trying to extend it. Fake. Yeti has to make a touch. Merc comes in for the dunk, is denied. Yeti with some help from the post will push it out. Aspect 1v1 against Yeti. Yeti, no flick on that one. Comus will try to keep up possession, but Merc just sends it back into the Coyotes' half. Yeti playing the game of ping pong with the Vipers. Aspect again sends it up in the air. Yeti and Comus double commit on this one. Merc tries to beat him to it, and he will. Waterfall down off the sidewall. Yeti trying to get that one to Comus, but didn't want to turn. Good communication, not the bunch up in the midfield. Half the game to go. And the Vipers in firm control of this series. Yeti, breakaway goal, open net. Won't miss that one. Just an unfavorable touch there from Merc. Bounces right into the midfield. Aspect wasn't expecting it. And it's a great heads-up play by the Coyotes not to let that one slip away. 2:17 to go. Vipers have had the pressure for majority of game 2. This one dangerous in front of the net. Comus trying to clear it. Aspect plays with the ball in midfield. Now Merc to keep up pressure. Comus will send a ball towards the net. Aspect getting boost. Was not worried. He saw and read that one hitting the back wall. Sometimes the best play you can make is to do nothing at all. Comus by 1, looks for the shot. Aspect can't get to it. Coyotes trying to rally back in game 2 and looking for that early match point advantage. Having the push the Vipers in a reverse sweep situation and take control of their division. Aspect on the sidewall, slow momentum, trying to get demoed by Yeti. We'll push it into the Coyotes' half. A minute 30 remaining. Coyotes, physical play coming through. Comus gets beat by Aspect. Sends it to the back wall. Merc gets beat on that one. Yeti now, 1v1 situation with Aspect. Doesn't get a great touch out of the corner. Vipers to break out momentarily. Aspect awkward on this one. Doesn't want to leave the ball, however. Pop over 1. It's a great play to stick with it. Comus. Flick early. Merc gets beat as well. Comus. Shot. Back post. Aspect with an even better save. Pop into the midfield. 1 minute to go. have brought it back slowly, but is it enough? Can they get 3 in 39 seconds? Aspect trying to stay as close as humanly possible to the ball and to the Coyotes players. That is what you need to do with a lead. Do not let go of pressure. Do not give any opportunities to your opponent. Merc gave it to Comas, but Comas gives it right back into the corner. Merc gets a demo 15 seconds ago. Comas to start it off all by himself. And now the unwritten rule Yeti will break. Merc, one more for the stats, will not find it on the first. Had it on the second, but it hit the ground, and Vipers gonna tie up this series. An Aspect looking good for their team to set the pace of game 2. Feeling strong after losing game 1 in, I would say, a heartbreaking manner, as I don't think they played bad. It was just a matter of time before either team made a mistake. And now the Coyotes, losing momentum in a way, going down 5 goals in a game is never a fun task to have to come back from. We have seen our fair share of comebacks like that, though, in this season. But not that many reverse sweeps. Luckily, neither team is in that position yet. But Aspect starts us off with an early attempt. Comas denies the first one. Merc tries again, but Yeti sends it all the way down. Aspect not with a great touch. Yeti from the stealing is too weak, and Merc will deal with it easily. Tries to get the flick. The cars collide and kills all momentum. Aspect now, front of the net. Comas trying to build some kind of counterattack. He'll push it by one. Aspect challenging early. Leaves Comas having to play retreat. Yeti fighting Aspect in the corner for their boost. Merc missing on his attempt. Aspect 1v1 against Yeti. Pop to the back wall. Merc too far back to follow it up. Will try his own solo play. Comas backflip. Merc tries to start something, but that corner has just not been good to the Vipers in this game. This ball being stuck on this side of the field finally gets a chance to meet the other half. Merc loses that one to Yeti. Yeti tries to take a quick shot, catching Aspect off guard, won't find it. Yeti leaves that one for Comas. Good heads-up communication play by the Coyotes. However, they're waiting for the Vipers to come to them. Yeti challenges, gets the bump. Comas to the back wall. Aspect misses that one. Rogue ball going all the way back down into the Coyotes' half. Yeti. No one challenges him, and it's just an open net. Merc caught flat-footed, expected Aspect to do something in front of him. And now will find a surprising goal at 3 minutes to go. Yeti winning this kickoff convincingly. Merc missing that one. Comas has an open net. Will not miss this one. And the Vipers, after looking so good in the first couple minutes of Game 2, will have nothing to show for it in Game 3. And that is 4 goals unanswered. The Coyotes, can they hold this lead, however? They were able to come back a little bit in Game 2, but not enough. Aspect pinches with Merc. Yeti using the side wall to push it down. Tries to flick. Aspect plays it into the safety of his own corner. Follow up now, looking for the double. Not on target. Comas pop away. And I like how both of these teams are using the entire length of the field to push it around their opponents. The side-to-side action. This one, dangerous waterfall straight down. Comus shot. Merc not reading that one. Coyote's going to get a third. Coyotes running away with it this time. 2:12 to go, and the Coyotes taking their opportunities. Vipers not even registering a shot yet in this game. Yeti up for this one. Aspect didn't have to make a save. There was no shot. Aspect looks to play it around. Merc shot denied by his own teammate who was coming off of the recovery from his pass. Unfortunate play. That was for sure a Vipers goal. But you need to be aware of where you are ending up after you touch the ball, because things like that can be the make or break of the series. Ball into the midfield. Comus, 50. Merc hops over Yeti to find possession. Aspect loses it in the corner, but Merc wins it back in midfield. Now Yeti getting into the fray. Yeti, good first touch. Comus, follow-up shot. Denied by Aspect, falling. Merc to the back wall. Comus rotating in, gets a touch. Aspect reading that one. Now Yeti in a 1v1, tries to flick early, doesn't find anything else. 1 minute to go. Vipers, they were shut out in game 1. They are threatened with being shut out in game 3. And the Coyotes want to take it to match point. Comus downfield. Merc trying to build something for this Vipers squad. Zero boost to work with. Comus stays right behind it. Now he gets another 50. Yeti's up for this one. Aspect touch into the corner. 30 seconds to go. Merc trying to build something. Will be denied by Comus. Now Yeti bumping his own teammate out of the way to stay close to the ball. Shot not strong enough to get another insurance goal. Shot is in. Aspect, 10 seconds to go, will find their first one. They need some kickoff magic twice for this to be feasible and force overtime. The swing game, as game 3 is referred to. Kickoff does not go in the Vipers' favor, and Comus gets a bump. Aspect pre-jumped by Yeti. That will be it for game 3. Coyotes on match point. Looking good. But can the Vipers pull out another 5-goal lead like they did in game 2? It's tough to say. The Vipers just couldn't find any shots until the last 2 minutes of the game. And only one of them went in. The other one saved by their own teammate. So, in a way, they should have been 2 for 2. But they just got in their own way. But neither team is playing bad. They both look good going into this game. And if we don't get a game 5 here, I would be disappointed, because neither squad deserves to lose in a 3-1 fashion with how smart they have been playing this series. But it's game 4. Coyotes look to end it here. Comus on the sidewall plays it across field. Merc, no touch there. Yeti looking for Comus in the midfield, doesn't find a second touch. Aspect burst to this one, sends it downfield, gets the demo as well. Not before he gets all the way put into the Vipers half. Yeti comes up for the shot. Merc didn't see him coming, and Coyotes, with only one man on the field, will find the first goal in game 4. Coyotes trying to jump 7 spot if they win this series. That is how close this Terra Conference is in the Expert League. Aspect. Let that one bounce around. Comus testing the backboard defense. Merc. Shot or pass into the midfield. Aspect plays it slow and it throws off the last man for the Coyotes, tying up the series. Something that we haven't seen yet. Either team holds the lead, but now, for the first time other than the start of the game, we are dead even. 4 minutes of gameplay to go, though. Anything can happen. Merc, awkward in his own corner, will have Aspect come in for some help. Yeti challenges early. Comus up before Merc doesn't find the net. Sends it wide. Now Aspect, he's past one. Only one more to beat. Zero in the tank. Had to collect the corner boost before he could do anything else with it. Yeti booming clear back down the other way. Now Merc still beat to that one. He is not expecting these Coyotes players to follow up the backboard as quick as they are. Aspect carrying this one around the field. Flip reset in hand, doesn't use it. Pop into the midfield. Comus sends it back down. Now Merc tries to send that one on. Comus shot denied by Aspect. Yeti, nothing to work with there. Aspect was wanting to run interference, but just opted to rotate out, and that may be the result of this goal. Merc caught a little bit too far forward, and Comus will capitalize on the Vipers' rotations. 3 minutes to go, and the Coyotes looking good in games 1, 3, and 4 now. Aspect trying to start something for the Vipers. Has zero boost to work with. Merc cheating up right behind him. Into the Coyotes' corner. Merc gets beat on the second one. Aspect challenging early to the back wall. Comus looks for the Vipers. Yeti was lurking for a demo, didn't find anything, and instead Aspect will get one. Half the game to go. Vipers need to find more shot opportunities. Aspect, we looked at him in game 2, who had 100% goal participation and has been silent for goals since. Yeti, quick passing play with Comus. That one's to the back wall. Follow-up shot from Yeti is good. Coyotes working around each other and able to find a third. Aspect backflipping on that one. It was right in front of the goal. Not much you can do there. Coyotes dominating the kickoff. Aspect finds a touch, but Yeti catches it in midfield. Flick early. Merc gets beat. Aspect there to clean it up. Comus looking to transition the field. Merc sends it into Yeti, who tries to clear the line, but Aspect holding the midfield. The Vipers have done a good job of holding this midfield so far. They just can't generate anything past it. Yeti in the corner, turns quick. Drop down is dangerous. Comus, open net. Not sure what happened to Merc on that play. Just turned too late. He was already past the back post when he decided to turn, resulting in another goal for the Coyotes. Vipers now with 1:30 left to work with. They need to find 3 to at least force overtime, and then to force a game 5. Comus booming clear down. Aspect on the sidewall. Pops high. Comus first to that one. Merc playing a little bit behind. They need goals. Merc gets the demo on Yeti. Comus last man back. Merc zero boost to work with. Comus will beat him out on that one. Aspect 1v1 opportunity. Comus shot towards net, denied by Aspect. Great save. Follow-up is from Yeti though. the Coyotes. 52 seconds to go before they jump to the number 1 spot in Terra Conference in the Expert League. Vipers, try as they may, need to pull out every stop from here on out. Fake kickoff doesn't work out in favor. Merck sends it high. Aspect doesn't have the open net angle. And now, Coyotes. The clock is with them. Merck, demo, turns early. Comus meets him in the midfield. Bounce. Going favorable for the Coyotes. 30 seconds. The Vipers, they need something now. Aspect has Merck in the midfield for support. Flicks it himself. Finds the goal. They need a goal every 6 seconds if they want to have a chance to force the overtime. It's possible, but a lot of things need to go their way. And that man, Aspect, is the one to start it. Good kickoff for the Coyotes. Now, that miss is going to be the final nail in the coffin, most likely. The Coyotes, Origin team couldn't get it done, but the Expert boys coming up huge in this series. And keeping that race for all 4 playoff spots alive. Yeti. This game's already over, just wanting something more for the stats. Merck, pop into the midfield. Yeti, one more goal before the end. They're abiding by rule 1. Yeti shot, front post is good. Will pat the stats on this one. 4 goals on 3 shots. He is shooting infinitely. And that just shows how good the Coyotes played in this one. I didn't even feel like that game was 7-2 by the end. The Vipers, they held their ground for what seemed like most of it, but in the end, just couldn't get anything going. Merck, not having that great of a performance in this final game, but the Coyotes, Comus, 3 goals, 3 assists, a savior and not a savior, a playmaker award and a hat trick. Will be happy with his performance. Yeti with 4 to his name. Coyotes looking good for that match. And joined with me are the boys, Comus and Yeti. You guys looked great. Other than game 2, which still you guys brought it back. How are you feeling after that win?
Feeling pretty good. Vipers have been dominant in winning all season, and I don't think there was, ever since the season started, they've been just ranked number 1 in winning all of their games. So it was good to get a win against them.
Absolutely. You now make that race so much closer. You guys jumped to 4-2, going from 7th place in the standings for the Expert Terra Conference all the way up to 1st with that win. So how that race is super close. I got to know your thoughts on it. Are there... Okay, Comus, we'll start with you. Two
boy.
teams you think that are going to make the playoffs other than yourself.
Other than myself? Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna say Huskies and the Vipers for sure.
Huskies and Vipers. All right, Yeti, what about you?
Is this Terra Conference we're talking about?
Just Terra, yep.
Okay, so Vipers and I want to say Huskies, but we're divided into divisions, right?
You are in the same division as the Huskies, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say us, just to keep the team. But I will say the Huskies in a second.
You didn't say the Monkeys, so I'll take that one to heart. But that game 1. What did you feel the momentum after you got the first goal after 4 minutes of gameplay?
Oh my gosh, yes! That was just such a back and forth game that at the end I was just like, wait, that was 5 minutes because I'm so used to having longer games because of stoppages. But the entire time it was just a one goal. It was one goal that like was the end of the game.
it was a battle the entire time. I said it in the series that I didn't think a 3-1 did it justice, but then snap back to reality in game 4. It was 7-2 and you guys looked like the better team in the end. So, I got to know,
Sure
are there
were.
any teams you're looking forward to playing as a rematch or looking forward to playing on the flight side of the
Huskies. I want the Huskies. I want to run it back.
Yeah, we want to rematch with the Huskies, especially against my old teammate Reaper.
Oh yeah, from the Origin League, you guys both rising stars coming up through the leagues. It has been impressive to see how much you both have gotten so much better. Um, we have one more series for the night. Before I switch it over, do you guys have anything to say?
I just want to say how intense Expert is. Like all the teams are just so close, especially in our Terra conference. I think every team before this week started was about 3-2,
Yeah.
and it's such a tight race that and any win is just that can make the difference.
What about you, Comus? Anything before we switch it?
Yeah, I want to call Rhino Boy, but it's nothing serious. I just want to tell him that I'm going to beat him in that rock, paper, scissors tournament, no matter what.
Oh, baby, if you haven't done that already, sign up for our rock, paper, scissors tournament hosted by Toucan, our lovely team leads community events person. I don't know the official title, but we've got one more match, and that's going to be the Elite League. The Monkeys, my own team, going up against the Colts. That is going to be a battle, and you will not want to miss it, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Dancing in the shadows, waiting for new light, being with you, and this new sun rises upon us. A new sunrise is all we need. New so long. Oh, I am in your head, so tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. You fell under my spell, my spell. You fell, my spell. You fell under my spell. Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go. Underwater. Underwater.
Welcome everybody to the last match of the night. It is me, Hawkish, right here in the casting booth. I'm gonna do a little solo play tonight, but we're gonna get some elite action. So excited to get this one rolling. We're gonna get the Elite Monkeys facing off against the Colts, but we're not gonna have Source tonight for the Colts. So this will be very interesting to see how this game turns out. But we're gonna try to get these boys on the pitch. See if I can get them in there. So we got Moifin and Milio for the Colts, Drewsclus and Chris for the Monkeys. So this should lean towards the Monkeys, but we got the kickoff ready to go. First touch is going to go over to Chris. Chris with the K, though, is going to get bad 50 that it's going to bounce back to the Monkeys' corner. Drewsclus able to follow it up. Now Chris tries to get a touch, but misses. A little not typical of him. He's going to go all the way back, waiting for this touch from Moifin. Moifin's going to try to go for the double, a little bit awkward. Doesn't quite get what he wanted. Milios goes for the fake. It gets 50 towards the mid. And here comes Milios, going to try to get another touch here, trying to keep possession. He takes control, gets a good 50 into the Monkeys' corner. Here comes Drewsclus. Moifin's going to try to follow us up, but oh no, Milios with a late touch. Gets it away from him, and now Chris is going to be able to get this ball clear, but he doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. He's able to steal the corner. Moifin gets the follow. Now here comes Moifin coming in. He tries to get a pass out for his teammate, but Drewsclus with a great 50 gets the ball back over to Chris. Chris is going to try to take a shot here. He goes for the fake. Almost gets it, but not quite there. Melo is going to try to get the beat over Drewsclus. Goes for the little hezzy shot. Doesn't quite get it. Now Moifin and Drewsclus fighting for the ball in the corner. Chris and Drews all over each other. It's going to allow Milios to get the beat. It's going to get... Oh, it's going to be an open net. No! Chris with a K. The speedy boy he is, able to get to it just in time. And the Monkeys survive. So far, it's been a close matchup. Here comes Milios, who's going to try to get a good touch. Oh, gets the fake, but Chris beats him to it, but that's the... Oh, that's so unfortunate. Moifin had the goal, doesn't quite get it, and now the Colts leave it at 0-0. That's going to be one that's going to come back to bite him, I think. Here comes Milios. He takes possession. He tries to get the ball and the boost. He does get the boost, but gets bumped away by Chris. He steals the boost, gets a quick backflip, and gets the ball one more time. Here comes Moifin with the follow. He pushes it up. Nobody there to really connect, and now the Monkeys have escaped danger. Here comes Moifin with the early touch. Gets it past Drewsclus, but it's off the backboard. An opportunity for Milios, who goes for the fake and gets back possession, but Chris steals the boost. Good boost steal there. Drewsclus tries to get it back to mid, but it goes right to Milios. Drews with a good beat here. Moifin's going to get the ball past him, though. It's going to go in the corner. Chris is a little awkward, but Moifin can't get the touch he wants. He's got to capitalize on those to get a good play, but here's a great attempt. Just a little bit off target. The Colts have another shot here by Moifin, and here's Moifin with the goal. What a follow and a read. Milios... Oh, gets 50 towards the midfield. The Moifin just reads it right away. Chris, too awkward in the back of the net. We got a 1-0 lead for the Colts. But alrighty, the Colts have struck first. We'll see now, can the Monkeys answer back? I do believe they can. They definitely have the talent to. Drewsclus gets beat to this touch. Moifin, though, is going to win possession. Here come the Colts once again. They've been showing a lot of solo plays, not a lot of team plays. We'll see if maybe they can start involving each other in these plays. Chris gets a good 50. Drewsclus with an opportunity, but I think maybe rush a little bit. Nobody back for the Monkeys. Moifin has an opportunity, but Chris, great read, gets it off to the side. Milios is going to try to get it back into the Colts' possession. Moifin with a good 50. It's over the net. It's going to come off the backward. Chris is going to go for the... Oh, no, he wanted the squishy save. Almost gets it, but not quite, as the Colts take a 2-0 lead. Chris, oh, so close, but Moifin just gets it over the top. And here comes the reserve captain Moifin with the first 2 goals for the Colts. A good sign for the Colts if he's the one on target tonight. As we all know how good Milios can be, can Moifin play that good team play there? Or play the good support role, I should say. And so far he's been the one attacking. Milios is going to try to get an opportunity. Oh, and there's the dunk into the back of the Monkeys' net, and the Colts. They're just running away with this one so far, 3-0. More than enough time, though, for the Monkeys to react and get something rolling in their favor. They just have to get the touches that they're looking for. So far, they've been a little bit off target with what they want to get. Here comes Moifin. Oh, Druskulis with a good demo. Gets both of them. Here's an opportunity for the Monkeys. But Chris doesn't have any boost to speak of. Gets 50. Druskulis gets one good touch, but Moifin able to get the read. It's an opportunity for the Monkeys once again. If Milios can't get to this, he can't, but oh no, Druskulis cannot get the last second touch to win that possession. Here comes Druskulis one more time. He's going to try to get it back over to the midfield, but Chris is all the way back into their own half. Chris now an opportunity to take possession here. Gets a bad 50 towards the midfield, but able to control it just enough to get it away from danger. Milios with a good bump. Oh, there's a fake coming in from Moifin. He's going to try to get the pass off over to Milios, but Milios just not able to get to it as Moifin does not put enough mustard on that one. And now the Colts, they just have to play their game, take their time with it. They have the 3-0 lead. But Moifin wants number 4. Drew's is going to try to get the pass off over for Chris. All right, tongue twister for me there, but Milios gets a good 50 back over to the Monkeys half. Here comes Chris, getting another opportunity. He's going to try to get it. Doesn't quite get what he wants. Milios beats it towards the midfield, and Moifin with a great dunk, and it looks like the Colts have really secured this one. Milios is going to go for another touch. It's going to be right on target, but Druskulis, easy save for him there. Chris is going to keep going with this touch. Gets a good 50. It's careening towards the Colts corner, but Milios with a good read. Great speed on the reaction time there. Now here comes Chris. One more shot, but the Colts are going to take game number 1. What a great start for the Colts. You see Moifin with the goals here. 3 goals for Moifin. And the Monkey just couldn't get anything across the board. They had 3 shots. It's looking like Drew is restarting his router, so we're going to take a quick second here, and we're going to talk about that match while we wait for him to come back. Great start, though, for the Colts. Moifin is doing great thus far. Great play from him. Milios is not having to do too much here. 2 assists and a save on the 3 shots. Just couldn't get his shots to fall, but he was really just putting pressure. Drews and Chris, they had the 3 shots, but it just didn't seem like they were connecting with what they wanted to play. Just really unfortunate for them. But, hey, the Monkeys can do this. This is Drews Clues and Chris with a K. We all know and love them. We know how solid a pairing these two are. You just got to get in sync. Get the ball rolling. And the Colts, they just have to try to keep them off balance if they're going to take this series. Simply because, you know, they're not playing with their with what supposedly is their best lineup with their top players. They're playing with the reserve Captain Moifin, who no slouch himself though. He's playing very well tonight. But it looks like we got the boys back on the pitch. We're gonna get game number 2 started. We have the Colts taking game number 1. Can the Monkeys come back and tie this series up? We will see. Here's a good touch early for Chris. Doesn't quite get what he wanted. Great save by Moifin, but Drews is going to keep following this. He's got enough boost for the flip reset, but doesn't quite get it. Now here comes Moifin. Nobody back for the Monkey. That's an open net, but just misses. Moifin's going to want that one back in the Monkeys. Here comes Chris. Doesn't quite have enough boost to get what he wants. But now here's Drew's turn. And so far has been the story. A lot of solo plays coming from both of these teams. And Chris with a great read. Oh no, Milios had the save. I don't think he read the crossbar down for Chris. And it's just unfortunate giving Chris the goal. And now the Monkeys, they've broken the seal. They jump out on top in game number 2. Let's see if they can keep it going and maybe snag momentum in this one. All right, here comes Milios with a touch, and here's a goal for Milios. The Colts said, hey, I don't care what you're going to do. We're going to tie this one right back, and so they have 1-1 for the Colts and the Monkeys. And let's see now. Both teams have thrown punches. They both have responded. Now let's see who takes advantage here. Milios is going to get a good early touch. He's going to try to go for the double. He gets it, but great read by Chris. Not quite enough. That was a great double by Milios, putting Chris in a very awkward position to try to save this. Drew's Clues cannot get back in time. And Moifin with a good read. Great speedy play. And we'll see now. The Colts, they're taking their third punch, or the third punch of the night here, I should say. God. Now can the Monkeys now respond, as now the Colts have taken advantage. Oh, Moifin misses the touch that he wanted. Milios is going to try to keep possession. He's going to want to get it past Chris. Gets to 50, but is going to go over to Moifin, who's going to try to get the second play, but doesn't quite get it. Maybe you can call that a fake. Almost gets what he wanted. Milios wants to take another play, but Moifin, he's not back quite yet. He's going to have to get to this. Man, a great save by Moifin. Able to react just in time to save the Colts from another tie ball game. Here comes Drew's Clues. He's going to wait patiently for this one. Gets to 50 into the Colts corner. Here comes Moifin once more. Wants a touch. Gets a good early touch, but it's a little bit too far for him to do anything with it. And now Chris takes possession. Oh, gets it past one. Drew's Clues is going to go for the demo on Moifin, but there's Milios with a great read. Able to stop the danger. Drew's is going to try to take a shot. Actually gets it off the backboard, but Chris goes all the way back. He knows it isn't the play to go for. There's a 50 from the Colts, but Chris able to get back to Moifin. If he can get to this one, it's an opportunity for the Colts, and here he does. But a great clear by Chris. Gets it out of danger once again, and a good 50 once more, but Moifin is an opportunity. Drew's Clues able to get it off the backboard. Milios tries to get the touch, doesn't quite get it. It's back towards the midfield. It's off the sidewall. Here comes Drew's Clues. Oh, it's 50'd into the Monkeys' other corner. Here comes Milios. Tries to get the good play going, but doesn't quite get what he wanted. But actually, that's a great read by Moifin, but nobody back for the Colts, and Drew's Clues is going to take the goal here. And the Monkeys have tied this one back up. They have responded. It's just unfortunate Moifin needed to get a touch here to give the Colts either a goal or a chance to get back to this. He doesn't, and the Monkeys are going to take advantage. Easy goal for them, and you're not going to get a lot of those at the Elite League level. Drew's Clues 50s the ball into the sidewall. Here comes Milios with the read. He has to boost to carry this all the way in. He's going to try to get the play, and he does! What a play by Milios. 1v2 solo play. And then there's a little bit of BM getting the demo at the end. Oh, what a play. And the Colts take the lead once more off that great solo play from Milios. You know he's always good for one in every series, maybe more. We'll see if he can keep it going. Milios, here's a good read past Drew's Clues. Chris has to get back to this. He's going to try to pinch this. Doesn't quite get what he wanted. A great clear from Chris. Geets it, puts it out of danger. Here comes Drews, tries to put it over to the midfield for Chris. Chris gets a shot on target, but not quite low enough as he's able to get saved. Milios now with the read for the Colts. Gets it past one, but Drew's Clues careens it back into the corner, trying to get the Colts a little bit off balance, but Moifin with a great read. Drews has to get it, but doesn't quite get the touch that he wanted, and Moifin able to read it off. And a great play by Moifin, who's been playing so well so far. 2 goals off 3 shots and 3 saves. He's doing his part. Now the Colts have the 2-goal lead. More than enough time for the Monkeys to come back, however. We'll see what happens. Here comes Drew's Clues. Tries to get the musty touch. Milios 50s it. Chris able to get a good clear. And now here's Milios. Great read in the air to get it back over to Moifin. There's an opportunity for the Colts, but no, Chris, great clear. Could have been dangerous, and Milios got possession and control of the ball here. Drews tries to get the 50. He tries to muscle it past Moifin, but Moifin gets... Oh! Oh, my Lord. That is so unfortunate. Drew's Clues. This one, honestly, most players would do. Tries to bump him off the ball, and it turns into a goal for the Colts, and they're just once again running away with game number 2 after it started so close, and it looked like for a second that the Monkeys had the advantage. And now they just have to try to secure this. Here's a shot coming in from Drew's Clues, but Moifin able to get the clear. It's off the corner now. There's an opportunity for the Colts for goal number 6, but Chris, great read, but doesn't get the double, and Moifin. Guys, I think Moifin's the story here. 4 goals in game number 2 after 2 in game number 1. He has been the go-getter for the Coles. So Milios just has to play his support. He has played a great support too. He has that one goal that allowed him to do that solo play. And other than that, he's just been keeping the Monkeys, in my mind, really off balance. The Monkeys are just not getting the touches that they want. They're whiffing on a few very close calls, and it's just unfortunate because you know they can hit those. Moifin's going to try to read it in the corner, gives that over to Chris, who gives it over to Milios. Milios is going to try to get the bump, but doesn't quite get it as Drews is able to get the ball cleared away. It's in the midfield. Chris is going to try to wait patiently, but Milios gets it past him. Ooh, there's a decent pass attempt, but not quite far enough for Moifin to do anything with it, Chris. There's a great shot, but oh, it has been the story. Just a little bit off target for the Monkeys, but Drew's able to clean it up. Hey, crazier things that happened than a 3-goal comeback with 30 seconds left. We'll see. Or 27, I should say, in this case. But we'll see if they can do it. They're going to need a good kickoff here and not let the Colts burn too much time off the clock. Moifin gets a good beat, though. Here's Milios with the shot. What a great save by Chris. Great reaction. But that's a goal for Moifin. Goal number 5. This man is peaking tonight. What a play. And the Colts, I think they've secured it with 7-3 lead. I don't know, chat. What do you think? How do you think the Colts are playing? How do you think the Monkeys are playing? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Christo is going to try to get one more for the road. Doesn't quite get it. Now here's Moifin going the other way. Milios goes for the pass. Oh, gets a pass. Drew's Clue's almost on target. Moifin's going to go up. Maybe no. He waits patiently. It's off the midfield, and that's going to be game. Ooh, oh, close call for the Monkeys. And now the Colts. 2-0 lead. They need one more for the sweep. Not what you want to see for the Monkeys, who have had a pretty solid season. And you would think the time that, you know, they play against the Colts, not running their highest salary lineup, that's going to be the opportunity for them. But Moifin said, hey, Source can't play. Don't you worry. I got it. It's just very unfortunate that it happens here for the Monkeys, that Moifin tends to just came in and popped off. But hey, we'll see now if the Monkeys can make this a series. They just have to take it one game at a time. I do agree there, Crusher. Moifin is popping off. Milios is playing as solid as he normally does. He plays a very solid game in twos. But Moifin has been the aggressor. He's been getting the touches. He's had a couple of near misses, but for the most part, 5 for 6. I'd take that any day of the week. But hey, now we're going to get game number 3. Will the Colts finish off the sweep? Or will the Monkeys come back? Come as I see you in chat. Who is winning the series? It is the Colts 2-0, running Moifin and Milios versus Chris with a K and Drew's Clues. So we got game number 3, kickoff, getting us started, and here we go. Good 50 by Moifin, but nobody reacts to this. Drew's Clues has an opportunity here to get the early goal, and he does. Great read from Drew's Clues. I wonder what was going through the Colts' mind. Milios has to read this. I think he went for the fake. Didn't think that Drew's was going to get the touch that he got. And it's just unfortunate. Milios with the car change goes from the Octane to, I want to say that's the Merc. Not quite sure, but Moifin's going to keep it going. Oh no, I don't know what this car is. I forget the name. I just know it's a Mimi car. But hey, it happens as Milios able to get the quick goal. Doesn't matter what car he's using, he can still. Oh, it's the Roadhog XL. What a great start for the Colts. Chris of the K. A man of taste, I see. Yes, Warhog XL is a great car. But hey, here's the Monkeys. They don't care about cars. They want the win. So we'll see if they can make it happen. Chris takes possession. There's a bump coming in from Drew's Clues. Now he just has to beat Moifin. But great read by Moifin. Stops the play from happening. Drew's Clues with the follow. There's Milios. He's going to try to get one more touch. Gets a good 50. Moifin is going to try to take possession here. But Chris tries to get the pass off over to Drews. But Moifin just patiently waiting. There's an opportunity for Chris with a K. He's going to take the shot. but the Roadhog able to get the save. And now, at 50, going in the Monkeys' favor. Juice gets one more touch, but not quite on target, as Moifin gets the clear. And now here come the Monkeys with Chris with a K, trying to get a pass off over to Drewsclus. Oh, Milios almost fakes out his teammate. Drewsclus with a bad aerial read, just a little bit off on the launching path. Here's Juicy. That's an opportunity. Oh, Chris wanted that bump. It's a 50 from Milios. He's going to take possession, gets it past Chris. He can score this relatively easily, but no. Overshoots it a little bit, and maybe the Roadhog, you know, a little bit too powerful. Very unfortunate. But now, hey, it's still a 1-1 ball game. Oh, almost a 2-1 ball game for the Monkeys, as Chris has picked up the aggression. He is just putting on pressure on the Colts. The Colts have to react every single time, but there's a good clear by Milios. He goes for the double and gets it. I don't think Moifin thought he had the double. Had he just assumed he was going to get it, he could have maybe set himself up for the midfield, but I don't think a lot of players are going to expect that double. A great bump, though, by Milios. Gives Moifin possession of the ball. 50s Chris into the Monkeys' half. There's an opportunity for the Colts. Drewsclus, though, gonna take his time, takes possession, but the 50 towards the midfield. Moifin is there, gets beat, though. Oh, also close, and now here's a good clear by the Colts. And that's a shot on target. Can Chris get to it? He does. Ooh, good 50 for the Colts, but Drewsclus able to get to it. And now here comes Chris. Gets a good flick, but doesn't quite get the shot he wanted, as Milios ready to react immediately. Chris tries to get the double towards the midfield, doesn't quite get it, but Drewsclus able to get the read to keep it in the Colts half. Both Monkeys commit here. Very unfortunate. Moifin's going to try to get the flick over Drewsclus. Drewsclus stops the ball, but here comes Milios. Oh, he goes for the fake, letting Chris give them the possession back. Milios said, Moifin, get off the ball. The Roadhog is going to take this, but oh, maybe not the touch you want to see there. Here's Chris with a K, gets a good touch. That's an opportunity for the Monkeys, and look out. The Monkeys are still alive in this series. Great goal by Drews. Moifin just couldn't get quite the touch he wanted, just misses it by a pixel. You know he wants that one. It's just unfortunate. But hey, fortunate for the Monkeys. You know, they needed something to spark the comeback. Maybe this is it. We'll see if Milios, though, says, hey, Roadhog is just better. As he's going to take possession past Chris with a K. And the Roadhog proves too much for Chris in the back half. It's a little bit awkward there. Not expecting Drews to get beat like that. And Milios just controls it into the net. Now it's a 2-2 ball game once more. A little bit how it looked like in game number 2 for the first half. But it's a little bit later in the game. We'll see. Here's a good touch by Milios. An opportunity for the Colts. Moifin already up for this one. Gets the shot and the goal. Great speedy play from Moifin. Just careening in from the midfield. Great play. And Chris just cannot get the touch he wanted. And now the Colts take a 3-2 lead. They can smell the blood in the water. They want to close the series out with a sweep. We'll see if they can get it, though. Because if we know if anybody's not going to go down without a fight, it is the Monkeys. Here's possession from Chris. Flicks it over to Drewsclus. He's going to try to keep it going. Chris is going to try to get a shot, but doesn't quite get what he wanted. Moifin is going to read this immediately. Goes for the light touch so he can get the boost. There's a pass coming from Milios, but it's a little bit over to the Monkeys' favor. Chris with a good early flick. Drews is going to get the touch. Gets the bump. Chris does. Oh, so unfortunate. 2 opportunities there for the Monkeys. Just couldn't quite connect. Here is Drews pushing it towards the midfield. Milios with the follow. It gets pushed back over to the Colts half. Milios, great read. He's going to try to get a good touch off the landing. Drewsclus 50s it into the air. Chris with the follow, but not quite possession. Drews tries to keep it up. Chris trying to get it cleared away. The Colts just waiting patiently in their half of the pitch. Here's Milios. He's going to go it again. Roadhog XL times 2. But doesn't quite get it. Moifin is going to try to get it past one. He does. Gets it past both, actually. But he's going to wait play this patiently. Both players need to. Oh, both players on the sidewall, but Milius doesn't care. He just reads it, gets the bump off Chris. He wants this. The Monkeys don't have a lot of time to finish this comeback. There's a pass over to Moifin. Moifin's going to take the shot, and that's going to be about it for the Monkeys. It came oh so close, but they couldn't get it, and it's so unfortunate. We'll see, though. Hey, if they can get a kickoff goal, you know, there might be some monkey business flying around here. We'll see. And oh no! You hate to see it, but I think that ending has really fit how this game has gone, or the series, I should say, has gone for the Monkeys. It's very unfortunate. And the Colts are going to take this in a 3-0 sweep. Quick one for Elite. We're going to see if we can get these boys in here for an interview. Let's see, Moifin. But what a great ending for the Colts. Able to fight back and get the W. But again, Moifin did his part. He had 2 goals there for a total, I want to say, of 8 overall in the series. And then Milius did this part this time. He was the MVP in this last match, just going off with the Roadhog XL. It just wasn't the night for the Monkeys. It's unfortunate. They played a great game, though. I think their series was solid. They just had a couple of touches that they wanted. And it looks like we have Moifin. Here's the man of the hour. Moifin, is your teammate coming on?
I think so. There he is.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yep.
Let's get Mr. Milio in here. And the Colts, winners of the sweep. How you feeling for that one?
Good.
Yeah, it was a great series to watch. I wanted to ask this to both of you. Were you at all concerned not having Source tonight?
Nah.
No, not really. Not at all. I knew
Yeah.
Moifin was, if anything, at least as good at because I've played him in rank before a few times.
Yeah.
I know he was decent, so it didn't really matter.
Hey, it happens. Milio, I have to ask, what caused the switch to the Roadhog?
I play really good with it in ranked, and I just enjoy playing it on it more than Octane. So, and I had a good feeling we were gonna win anyway, so I switched to it.
Hey, we like the confidence. You guys were playing well. Moifin, though, being the reserve man, maybe not everybody expected that much from you in this series, but you were popping off. Were you just feeling it tonight, or have you just been playing like that recently?
Been playing like that recently. Not a twos main, but it's fun to play.
Hey, I totally get it, but hey, you popped off. You did your job, man. You swept the Monkeys. How did you feel the challenge was coming in from the Monkeys? It seemed like a couple of games were close, and then you guys pulled away at the end.
Same thing happened first time we played them. We kind of, this time we didn't let off. Last time we let off, me and Swords, and they almost reverse swept us in a game 5 overtime. But this time I knew we had to take them more seriously. Couldn't mess around as much.
The Monkeys are a feisty bunch, but hey, congrats on the win. What does that put your record at the moment? I can't remember off the top of my head.
5-1, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great start for the season. How you guys feeling about playoffs?
I think we can.
Yeah, if me and Swords can somehow manage to play together good on the same night, then we'll be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see because it looks like at the top you got the Hydras and the Huskies at 5-0. You got you guys, the Colts and the Eagles at 4-1, and then it is the Monkeys and the Dragons just bringing up the rear of who is likely going to get into this playoff spot. Anybody that you're really scared of or you're excited to play?
I want to play Lottie again. I didn't play good last time I played him. I really want to beat him. I've beat him in other leagues. And then I beat Tater in a league like 2 months ago. So I'd love to beat him again.
It's yeah, I get losing brings a bitter taste to your mouth, but hey, congrats on the win and good luck on the rest of your season. We're gonna send off after that one. I believe that Mr. Mark on this is gonna try to raid somebody. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a great ending to FDL Week 6. Tune in next week for another slate of action as we're getting heated up for this playoff push.
Alright.
Once I saw it switch to a different screen, I
Yeah,
assumed.
yeah, left from your stream.
And I was like, hey, yo,